Hi everybody and welcome back to some more Valentino Rossi the game, MotoGP 16 here in this channel, and in today's video we have got the championship finale. So you've got two races in today's episode. We're going to have the Malaysia Grand Prix and then the Spanish Grand Prix to finish off. We still want to get some good results in these two races because we want to get a good contract off. We want to open them all. Now if you want to get your votes in, I showed you in the previous video all the contracts that should be open. So get your votes in now guys, and let's get straight into the first race in today's episode. Right, we're just going to go one more lap. We're going to try and keep this qualifying as short as possible. We've already done half the qualifying so far, but we want a better 11th place in today's qualifying. We want to finish strong in this finale, in these last two races here in Malaysia and in Spain, around that Valencia circuit. So we want to go up to Moto2 with on a high. We're already champion, which was absolutely brilliant. But we want to go with the most reputation points as we can get so we can open all the contract offers. Now, most of you have been voting for the lower teams in the contract offers that I showed you in the previous episode, which is probably a good thing. It adds to the challenge, so I'm all behind that. And the two front runners in the voting so far are for two of the lower teams, so that is very, very promising. But we're going to leave this video for a couple more days, and the first race in the Moto2 season and the results obviously of the vote will be over the weekend. Now I don't always do weekend uploads, but I'm probably going to upload the first race and the results on probably Sunday, so hopefully by then all the votes should be in and then we'll be able to choose the team. Now I'm really looking forward to starting on the Moto2. The bikes are going to be faster, harder to control, and it's going to just change things. Now I've seen a few videos of a few other people starting their Moto2 careers in Qatar, and they've said that how difficult it is. Now I've seen a few of the really top YouTubers that do the same sort of videos as me actually go down a level, saying that the Qatar race on Moto2 is just ridiculous. Now I'm going to try my best when we get into it. I'm not going to lower the level. I'd rather just stick with the level and just see if I can go through and hopefully become champion in the Moto2 before we step up to the GP bikes. And at the moment we're actually flying on the time. Let's see if we can end this lap really, really strong and get a decent position on the grid. We would like to get on the podium, like I said. And also guys, I just want to say thanks. I mean, over the last couple of months, I cannot believe how popular a couple of series that we've had on the channel, MXGP2, Ducati 90th edition, this and all the other series that we've done on the channel. I really appreciate all your support. I will be doing some special videos coming up in the next couple of weeks, and let's see what this gets us. And we take, fourth position. That's a much better improvement. We lost a bit of speed in that last corner, but I'm going to take that. Let's get straight into the race. So here we go, guys. Right, so we speeded up the time and we ended up taking 5th in the end. We dropped down one place, so we're about half a second off the fastest time around that Malaysia circuit, but hopefully we can do better in the race. We want to at least get a podium and finish this season strong, so we'll get straight into the race. We're on the second row of the grid, which is still good, so let's get into it, guys, because this is going to be a tough one, I think.
Hello from Malaysia to all the race fans tuning in. In a few minutes, the riders will be taking their positions on the grid and getting ready for the start of the Moto3 race. As you can tell from the live pictures we're bringing you, it's going to be fine weather for the race. The warm-up lap done with, the bikes and riders are lined up and ready to race here at the Sepang circuit. The start of another Malaysian Grand Prix is just seconds away.
Right guys, let's see if we can get a really good start here and try and get into that first corner and take a few places. So let's see if we can get a good start. So it's all go in Malaysia and off we go. Let's see if we can get a bit of slipstream into that first corner and try and take a few riders and get into first place and try and lead this Grand Prix. But it's not going to be easy. These first couple of corners are really tough. You have to get to quite a low speed and quite a low angle, and just getting in front. There's a bit of contact. Oh no, Navarro just nipped up the inside there. That was a good pass. Well done for that, Perfect. I'm going to take you back because I want to lead the Grand Prix, and we're into first place. Now that is awesome. Now let's just try and settle down. I'm not the quickest round here, so I'm just going to have to be careful that I don't let them get up the inside and just try and start strong. Now, we always seem to lose time on the last couple of the corners. That's where we need to improve in the race. So that's where we're going to try and push this bike a little bit more, but not too much. I mean, as long as we stay in the top 3, getting at least on the podium would be still a good result. But we've done really well so far, and we're leading. Let's see if we can just keep that up, slow it down. We still haven't got the heat in the tyres yet. We need to get that first lap out the way first, and then start really gassing it. And we are not pulling away either. And I think that's Binder just trying to get past there. Let's just try and control it, stop him from getting up the inside, and we managed to get through that corner well, and we slightly pulled away. But let's see if we can get into this left-hander. This one's a tough one. You really have to get slowed down here. Oh god, contact again. They're being really aggressive at the start of this Malaysia Grand Prix, and I was expecting that, being that as I wasn't the quickest. They're probably wondering how the hell I'm doing, why I'm in front. So you just wait, they're going to be just niggling at that back wheel into the last couple of corners, I probably guess. So we're just going to have to be careful that we don't make any mistakes, and that's not bad through there. Try and take it nice and smooth. We didn't make too many adjustments to the bike from the previous Grand Prix, but I just don't find that this bike is as quick as the last bike we had in this series. It just really doesn't feel as quick. It feels good into the corners, but just generating that acceleration and top end, it does seem to have a little bit of an issue. So let's see if we can get into this corner and try and hold this position. And it hasn't been a bad first lap. I was expecting them to be really strong at the start, but we've managed to get away and hold it for a whole lap. But whether we're going to be able to do that into the second lap, I'm not sure. They're going to get right in our slipstream into this corner, and oh god, it's my teammate. My teammate's going for it, and oh god, I've got another rider coming up the inside. This is going to be difficult going into this slow corner. Oh, 3 of them have to go past, and another one around the outside. I've really lost it into that corner. Oh my god, let's see if we can just nip back. We managed just to close one down. Let's try and get out the inside of from here. All really tight onto the curb, and managed just to hold that into the second place. But I thought they might make a challenge into that slow corner, but not that many. There's about 4 of them trying to take me into that corner, and oh god, went onto the curb there. Look, that just lost us a bit of speed, but we've managed to fight back into second place. But let's see if we can just get into the slipstream. Oh god, and again, what the hell? They're really diving up the inside, being really aggressive in this second lap, and I've dropped down to P4. Now, at the moment, we're out of a podium place, and we can't have that, so let's see if we can fight back into the next corner, trying to take a bit more speed around this corner. Let's flip it over, try and go on the outside here. Oh god, we're carrying a little bit too much speed. We're going to have to slow it down. We're going to have to back off and try and get him into the next corner. This has been a really tough start into this second lap. Oh god, contact there. I couldn't slow down the bike enough, and that slowed us down to a little bit too much there. Now we're going to have to try and get him into the next corner. Let's see if we can get right in the slipstream and try and nip up the inside here if we can. Oh, I don't think we're going to get close enough. Oh god, when it's a little bit hot, just managed to turn it round, but that has really lost us a bit of time, and we're really lagging behind. We really need to start getting on it towards the end of this lap, otherwise we're not even going to get on the podium and onto the curb again, trying to take as much speed through that corner. We're really trying to pressurise and get that guy in third place. Can we just catch up here? Just to try to take, oh, it's Fanati. Just try and get him in this next corner if we can. Check a little bit more speed, but that's going to really cost us trying to turn it in, and we couldn't turn it in. So sometimes you fly into the corners and take a place, but if you can't stop it and turn it in and get a good drive out, it's pointless. But we can try and get in his slipstream and try and take him on this next corner, but we are really losing pace to the front two here, so we're going to have to fight back. Can we get up the inside here? So we've taken the place again, went a little bit too fast. They get around that corner so tight at a decent speed. We're going to just have to do it all on the last lap, so it's all or nothing, guys. We've got to take some risk in this final lap. I want to get on the podium, otherwise we're going to drop some points. Although we've won the championship, I managed to get on the podium nearly in every single race. We want to keep that up, so let's see if we can get a nice tight line in here. Turn it in, get a nice speed from the next corner. That's not too bad. Right, flip it over. We've got to stay close to them so they don't pull away. Right, that wasn't bad there. We should be able to latch onto them now. We're quite quick around this right-hand corner. Let's stay off the curb as well. That's a nice line through there. We've generated some pace. Now we should be able to get past here if we can get a nice turn into this right-hander here. Let's slow it down. Take a nice line and nip up the inside. Oh god, turn it in. Yes, so we managed to get back into third place, so we're back into a podium. Now we just need to chase down these two if we can. We're going to have to take some risks though, because they have at least got a half a second gap there, and that's a lot to take. Let's see if we can get a nice line through here. Oh god, onto the curb. Had to slow it down there. That really did cost us, but we've still got a chance to get him in these next 2 corners if we can take a nice line and speed through here. Turn it in. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Onto the curb, don't lose it. And just generate a bit of pace onto the curb again. We're trying to go as fast as we can to close the gap down between these 2. But it might be a case of just taking 3rd place at the moment. But let's see if we can just do a little bit better into these final couple of corners. Still not improving. Don't seem to. Malaysia's definitely not one of my favourite Grand Prix, but I have had some success around here. But in today's episode, I really seem to be struggling. But last time I did a race around here, probably was on a better bike, and I think this one's showing that it's not the best performance bike of the Moto3 bikes. But can we take a risk here? We need to get nice and tight. Oh, tight. Oh God, just knocked my teammate out there. I'm going to take that place. Now we've just got to chase down the rider in front. Can we get in his slipstream? It's going to be a really tough ending here. I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to take 1st place. We don't seem to always have a good speed around that last corner, but we're going to go for it if we can. Can we nip up the inside, slow it down, turn it in? I don't think we're going to do it. No, just couldn't carry the speed. Oh God, my teammate just niggled my back wheel there, and he's going to try and take me to the line, but I think we're going to finish with a 2nd place, which is an awesome recovery. And there you go, guys. We take 2nd. It's still on the podium, and that's what we wanted. So let's get into the results and check out what the lap times were, because that last lap seemed pretty quick. So we take 2nd in the first race of today's episode in Malaysia, and it was a quick class lap. We had the fastest lap of the race, and if we'd only performed like that on the lap 2, we might have won it. But maybe we made a couple of mistakes in the first couple of corners and let all those riders get past. And once you're behind, it's so hard to fight back on a circuit you don't feel totally comfortable on. But let's get into the 2nd race of today's episode and see if we can get another decent result. So here we go, guys. Right, guys, so here we go with the finale, the final race of the season, and we're in Spain around the Valencia circuit. Now, this is a very tough circuit, but hopefully we can get another podium finish to finish this Moto3 season as the champion. So here we go, guys. We just need to push this bike a little bit more. We seem to be fast at the 2nd split point, but we seem to lose it on the 3rd. Let's see what the time is, and coming to the light. Oh God, we've lost that point 2 again. I don't know where we seem to be losing. We need to get better around the corners. Now there's a lot of corners on this circuit. It's all about taking them as fast as possible to have success around this circuit, but we need to improve on that 14th place. So hopefully this lap is slightly quicker. So the fastest time is a 1:42.366. I've done faster than that previous, but I don't seem to be doing it today in qualifying. I'm not sure whether it's the bike or my setup, but we need to better that time. Let's see what we get. And we get 6th place. I think we may go another lap because we can do better than 6th. So let's go another lap. We need to go faster around this second split point and that 3rd split point to get to the last one to have a better time. We just don't seem to be able to do it at all on the first one. So let's see if we can get around this corner a bit quicker. We need to improve here. Oh God, tapped the power on a little bit early there. Had a bit of a slide, and no, we weren't faster at the 1st split point. Now we haven't been fast at that split point at all in qualifying today, but let's see if we can be fast in the 2nd one like we were in the previous lap. Just trying to get into the slipstream of the bike in front, stay off the curb. That lost us a bit of speed. It just kicked up there. I've done that a couple of times. Right, get round nice and tight around that corner. You just got to get nice and smooth into him. Stop slowing down and stop correcting yourself, and we should be okay. We get over that 2nd split point, and we've lost some speed, so we're not faster at that split point this time. That is really annoying. Now we definitely got to speed up now to get into that 3rd split point to gain a bit better. Oh, and our time's dropped down to 8th now. We really need to start improving. Now the AI are getting better times. Let's see if we can improve. Nice line through that corner and try and tap on the power. We've got to be faster here. Let's look at the split point. No, we're still lagging behind. Now we're going to have a strong end to this lap. Otherwise, we're not going to improve, and we may have to go another lap. And I don't want to waste any more time in qualifying today. I wanted to keep it quite short as we were doing a double race in today's episode. Let's get a nice tight line in here. Now let's try and get in his slipstream. We need to get better than our last time. Oh God, I didn't realise he was finishing his qualifying there. Right, let's get over the line, and we get 5th. Oh, do you know what, guys? I'm just going to have to take 5th and just see if I can do better in the race. So let's get into the end of qualifying. So we took 5th in the end, guys. Had a really tough time in qualifying in today's episode in both races, but 5th is still second row of the grid. We could still have a good start and try and lead from the front. That's all we can do. Let's see if we can have a good ending in this finale. So let's get straight into the race.
Good morning from the Ricardo Tormo circuit in Valencia, where the final round of this year's Moto3 World Championship is about to get underway. The weather forecasts are very reassuring. We should have good conditions throughout the race. Here at Valencia's Ricardo Tormo circuit, everything ready now, and in the riders' minds, there's room for one single thought: getting to the finish line first.
Right guys, so here we go with the Spanish Grand Prix around this Valencia circuit. Let's see if we can have a good start here. So it's all go in Spain, and off we go. Now, we weren't the quickest in qualifying, but you never know, in the race I might be able to up the level, and we can use a bit of slipstream as well to improve our time. So let's see if we can have a good start into this first corner. Let's try and get nice and tight into this one, staying behind the leaders and just trying to force them in a mistake. Now, they were really aggressive in the last race in Malaysia. I'm expecting them to be really aggressive in this race. Now, I'm already champion, but there's a few riders that are close in points, and everyone's going to want to finish strong in the last race of the season. So I'm expecting there to be a few fireworks here and there, but let's see if we can tuck up the inside here, trying to get a good drive out in that corner. Let's see if we can gain a place. This corner, you literally are turning from one side to the other the whole race. So many turns on this one. It's a really tough circuit, but it is also so fun to watch as well. So let's see if we can get a nice line through there. We're onto the curb, we've got a good pace around there, and we're managing to get right up the backside of the leader, and we should be able to get past him in this corner. Yes! So we're taking lead of the Grand Prix, but can we make it stick? We need to slow it down in this corner. There's two bikes nibbling at my back wheel, trying to pressurise me into a mistake, and they would like nothing more to knock me out of contention in today's race. But so we managed to get through there, flipped over nice. Now we need to slow down into this corner. We always lose speed through this one, trying to turn it in. We always have more trouble turning on the right hand corners than we do the left hand corners. I'm not sure why, but that's just the way it seems to work. Right, we got a nice speed through there, stay off the curb, turn it in, and oh god, really going on the curb there. That's not too bad though. We managed to maintain the speed, and we have adjusted the suspension so it wasn't affected by the bumps that much, and we get into the last corner and we're leading the Spanish Grand Prix in Valencia, and that's awesome. But whether we're going to be able to make it stick, I'm not sure, because if you remember in Malaysia I was doing really well, and then on the second and third lap everyone seemed to up their game. So we need to be consistent and try and stop all the other riders getting past us. Now, we went in there a little bit slow, and he was really tight into that corner. That's the sort of line we need to take through there. But can we bite back into the next corner? We need to fight back early, and we get up the inside. Oh god, that was a risky pass, but I'm not having none of it, and he's taking me again. We're literally going to be fighting here, I think, so let's take him in the next corner. I'm not having none of it. You've got to fight back early, because we don't want them getting away like they did in the previous race. And he made contact there, pushed me out wide. Oh my god, he's being really aggressive in today's race. Let's see if we can get back up the inside of him here. We don't want him to get away. He definitely was a lot quicker in qualifying, and he's really on it in today's race. Let's see if we can get in his slipstream and try and take him in the next couple of corners. But we've also got quite a few riders right on our tail as well. This is going to be a little bit more tricky than I thought it would be. Let's see if we can get up the inside here, trying to take a tight line so I can get a drive. Oh god, really trying to hold and just dab the brake slowly, so we kept that speed up. Right, we need to get a good line through here. Oh god, damn, don't lose it. Just touch the back brake slightly, and we're trying to get up the inside, make contact, try and turn it in, get a nice drive. And can we hold it? Yes, we managed to hold it. Now it looks like he's going to try and make a challenge in the next corner, but let's try and close it down. Let's take a nice little tight line there, stay up the curb. That was awesome to give us a nice line for the next corner. Going down the hill, let's see if we can just keep it nice and tight, avoid him getting up the inside, going into the final lap. And let's see if we can hold it. Yes, turn it in. I know he's going to get in my slipstream, so we're going to have to be aware that he's going to try and take another challenge. But again, at the end of the lap, we are in the lead. Can we do it for one more lap and try and get a victory in this finale? I'm going to try my best, guys, but it's not going to be easy. Last laps always seem to be really challenging. And as you know, oh god, he made contact there. He's slightly made me go out wide there. Oh my god, he almost took me off there. That was really, really annoying there. And there's two more trying to get past me. We could really have a battle on our hands here, and they're trying to go up the inside. Let's just try and close it down. Had a bit of a wiggle at the back there as I try to turn it in at high speed. Let's see if we can slow it down and try and take him back in this corner. We're going to take a risk onto the curb. Almost lost the back end there, but I'm going to try and take him here. I wanted to get a win into last race in this finale, but we're going to have to really put on a performance to get that. So let's see if we can get nice and tight into the next corner. And he's really trying to pull away, trying to generate some speed and staying off the curb. Right, getting his slipstream. Just check behind. There's no more riders really close behind me. Just to make sure that they're not going to knock me off. Now we're going to take a bit of a better line through here. Let's see if we can get nice and low and generate some pace. But you have to tap on the power slowly there. Just niggling slightly there as I'm just trying to accelerate a little bit too quickly. Right, now we're going to have to take a chance here. Can we get up the inside? No, we weren't close enough, so he's going to get a better line going into the next corner and get slightly away. We've only got a couple more corners left of this race. Can we take a win in the last couple of corners? Oh, God, made contact there. I couldn't slow the bike down, but luckily he wasn't affected by it, and I've actually cost myself probably the race because he's just pushed out a little bit further. We've only got one more corner, one more attempt. No, I just couldn't latch onto him there and knock him out, and it looks like we're going to take second in the final race of the season. But guys, that was still very fun, and second still a good result. So let's get into the results and see what the lap times were. I felt that last lap was pretty quick, so let's get into it here. So we finished today's race with a second place, and we weren't the fastest on that last lap, but we were still quicker than qualifying. But that race was really nip and tuck. The amount of times it changed, I just couldn't push it enough to get the win. But we're going to have this in Moto2. So you'll get the first race of Moto2 over the weekend, guys, and the results of the voting. And thanks so much for making this season really great. We finished as champion, and that's what I would like to do, to finish champion in each series. And just thank you again, guys. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and bye-bye.